Hi, welcome to Golden Smiles Part 6. Part 6 of Golden Smiles is all about taking note. It's not about writing notes, it's not about taking notes, it's about taking note. Taking note of what the person is inside, who they are inside, celebrating the soul within. It's about not waiting for somebody's funeral to listen to a eulogy to find out more about that person that you've cared for or that you thought you knew. It's about always expecting the unexpected, and it's about finding something out about each other and taking note of who your colleagues are, who your peers are, who your residents are, and who their loved ones are. You might want to try finding out a little bit more about each other as a team. One of the things you can do about this is you can give out envelopes to everybody. You can have them all in a little box in your staff room, and they can have everybody's name on. You could have a piece of paper inside where people write on what they appreciate about you. I know that's quite an alien concept, that we don't always listen to praise from each other, but it's a really nice idea to show your colleagues that you do think a lot of them and that you are grateful for each other. It might be that, let's call her Diane, that you feel that you are grateful that she will always lend a hand if you are struggling with some work upstairs while she's working downstairs, for example. It might be that somebody else will always help to juggle some shifts around if you're struggling with childcare or something. You get the idea. When you've written down all the things that you appreciate about each other, put it in the envelope, and on the outside of the envelope, the person who it belongs to could write something on there about something that you might not know about them. They might enjoy painting, they might enjoy running, they might enjoy climbing mountains, they might enjoy caravanning, but you might not know that about them. And it's all those different ways that we learn to connect with each other. One of the things that I was excited to discover when I was writing this was a story about a man called Paul Harvey. Now, Paul Harvey is a man who's living with dementia, and he is a father, and he is in his 80s. Now, Paul's son Nick, during the lockdown period earlier this year, gave him 4 notes, and Paul would improvise a tune. So if I said to you now, F natural, A, D and B natural, I'm not sure what you'd do with it. Some of you who are musically minded might be able to compose a bit of a tune. Some of you might not understand musical terminology or musical notes. Some of you might just enjoy listening. Always expect the unexpected. Now, Paul and his son made a tune out of this. Paul played quite eloquently at the piano, and Nick filmed this and posted it up on Twitter. It was picked up by the BBC, and the BBC Philharmonic Orchestra decided that they too would improvise to this tune. It's now called Paul's Tune, and alongside the document that goes with this Golden Smile Part 6, I've included a link for you to watch the story on YouTube. It's a really, really valuable lesson in always expecting the unexpected, and really do celebrate the people who we care about and care for. I'm sure you will need a couple of tissues while you watch it as well. It's really quite exciting watching this man playing the 4 notes in his pyjamas at his own piano, and then it being made into a beautiful piece of music. Please, please try and watch it. And another thing that we can do when we're taking note, when I was very small, a baby still, I was gifted this book. Bit weird, you might think. My granddad was married to a French lady, my French grandma, and he gave me this book to pass it on because it had been a book to my grandma. Now, I don't know if you can see all the writing, but originally it was a book for my grandma, and then it was then re-gifted to me. But when we look about taking note, my granddad died early 80s. This book is very special to me. The note inside is really special. I'm sure this year you might get fewer Christmas cards than you have done in the past. You might want to read some of the notes that people have written in some of your cards this year to your care organisation, because I'm sure that the greetings inside them are really heartfelt this year more than any other. With that in mind, it's probably quite apt for me to wish you a Merry Christmas. Even if you're watching this after Christmas, that really doesn't matter. These videos will be able to be available for you whenever you want to watch them. So thank you for listening.